So today's video, I'm down at Heron's Reach, it's cold, it's woolly hat weather. I'm gonna help you, no, do you know what? Well, it was cold and wet and miserable in Blackpool, but as you can see, I'm no longer in Blackpool. I'm out at Oceanside, the Titleist Performance Institute in California, and today I have got a great video for you. So as you saw at the introduction, obviously not down at Heron's Reach, actually at the Titleist Performance Institute out in Oceanside, California. I want to say a big thank you to Dave Phillips and Greg Rose for allowing me to do this video here today. And the content for today's video, something I'm sure you'll all be interested in, is how we're going to create that effortless power in the golf swing, just like we see the top players in the world do. And I'm going to show you a great drill. It's actually a drill that the current world number one, Jon Rahm, uses a huge amount. So can you put this into your game and help you hit some quality golf shots? So what you see with the best players in the world, from a nice athletic setup, they'll make a swing, get that great strike, good distance, and it really doesn't look like they're putting too much into the golf swing. And yet, when you watch a lot of amateur golfers, again, most maybe not quite as athletic in setup, but that's maybe another video, but what you'll see is a huge amount of effort in the golf swing and just some very poor contacts. Topped that one, they might fat a shot, have no real control on where the golf ball's going. So how do they generate that energy and that power differently than you guys who hit those shots? So if we take the swing to the top of the backswing, we get to the top, and it's actually the way they start their downswing and the sequence that they use their body to help create that power. Now, what you'll see is as the best players in the world don't even quite get the club to the top, but as the club's moving towards the top, the lower body's already starting to unwind, creating some stretch, and then they push into the ground, the legs start to move, then the hips rotate, then the torso, then the arms, and then finally the club fires. But unfortunately, and again, I'm sure a few of you guys watching will comment on this, a lot of golfers kind of get to the top, everything stops, and then in order to get things moving, the arms go, and it kind of, the reaction is wrong and the sequence is wrong. So even though there might look like lots and lots of speed from the club, it's all kind of hands and arms, and we're not generating that energy correctly. So, like I mentioned at the start, a great little drill is something that Jon Rahm uses. It's called the pelvic punch drill. And all we're going to do is we're literally going to take the club back till it's parallel with the ground, and then you're not allowed, like I cheat sometimes and try and get a little bit more in there. We're going to get to there, and then just from there, swing through and see how far we can hit it. Now, obviously, if you're just going to use your arms from there, you might be able to hit it 10, 20 yards. More often than not, you'll find that you'll actually top it to begin with. So what we actually need to learn to do then is once we get back to that distance, we're going to learn how to push into the ground, use those legs, fire those hips, and try and generate some ground force reactions, get some energy going into the golf swing. So we're going to set up back to parallel to the ground. That one a little bit better strike, actually nice and straight, and about 50, 60 yards on that one. Now, it was interesting because yesterday I'm attending a course out in Oceanside at the moment, hence why I'm here. Love to say I've just flown out for this video just for you. But it's interesting, Dave was talking about how years ago they had Aaron Badley here, and just doing this drill with 5-iron, he could still hit the ball 180 yards. I'm glad I've not got TrackMan with me to show you any numbers, but I definitely won't be reaching 180 with 7-iron. So back to there. Now again, there we can see I've fatted that one, and it does feel, definitely for me, I'd say I'm pretty decent using the ground, but it definitely feels like I'm having to push and rotate my hips out of the way a lot quicker than I would normally do. So I'll go a couple more. That felt good. Gone a little bit further. I can definitely feel it's more from there, more of a snap out the way with that lower body. So I'm going to do one more short swing, just getting back to that height. Then I'm going to go maybe not quite full length and then build up to full length swing. So again, from there, hands slightly forward, back to parallel to the ground. I cheated there, got a little bit more in it and lost the strike. So let's go one more on that little swing. And it is hard, particularly if you're trying to generate some speed. That's perfect. Right, so I've got a feel for that from that very short backswing. So I'm now going to go a little bit longer with that backswing, see how that feels. And then try and create that feeling in the downswing still. Oof, that's the one. Straight, long, beautiful little divot after the golf ball. And let's see if we can build up into that full swing now and see if I can still keep that same sequence in the downswing. And if I could do it like that every single time, my golf game would be a lot better. But like I said, hopefully that last shot I hit there didn't really look like I was putting loads of effort into the swing. And yet that still probably landed around 170. You know, good strike, felt incredibly easy. Didn't feel like there was any extra manipulations going on. But if you can get that sequence right, of once you're getting towards the top, pushing down into the ground, turning those hips out the way, as the hips fire, then the torso, then the arm, and finally the club, you're going to start generating some effortless power like the best players in the world. And even though I've slipped a little bit there, still a great shot. So work on that drill. Like I said, just get the club back, stop there, and see how much speed you can generate maintaining that strike. It's really going to help you create the energy correctly in your golf swing, move it through your body, transfer it to the club and finally into the ball, and help you hit some of the best shots of your life. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. There's another video just there that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.